Dear student, today topic is how we calculate interest on capital. Interest on capital we calculate it by two basic methods. First is a old and traditional method that we can say it's a simple method, and another method it's called a product method. But whenever we calculate the interest on capital, it is the easiest presentation of interest on capital whether you go at product method or a simple method. If we have the knowledge of this format, there is no need to know the knowledge of product method or a simple method. Here, first point in that particular statement, interest on opening capital. A capital which introduced initially, we have to consider or calculate interest on opening capital. For this, opening capital into rate, whatever the rate of interest on capital given in the deed, upon 100 into 12 upon 12. That particular interest on opening capital we have to calculate for 12 months. In case if we introduce any additional capital means further capital in the business by a partner, we go through that and interest on additional capital. We have to consider that particular additional capital into rate upon 100 into period from the date of introduction of additional capital to the end of accounting period upon 12. For example, in the month of 1st October, a partner introduced a capital 10,000. So the time period would be considered from October to March, that is 6 months. So in that particular formula, additional capital 10,000 into whatever the rate into period from the date of introduction, that's 6 months, 6 upon 12 we have to consider. And we have to deduct less interest on capital withdrawn by the partner. If any capital withdrawn by the partner, we go through that capital withdrawn into rate upon 100 into period from the date of withdrawal to the end of accounting period. Suppose a partner withdrew the amount of capital on 1st January. So let it be from 1st April to 31st March, we have to consider 9 months. So the amount, whatever we are taking the example of 20,000 into rate into period 9 upon 12. Then the total interest on capital A plus B minus C. A plus B minus C, you will get the total interest on capital. It's the simplest presentation which is not given in the textbook. So you have to go through that to avoid the problem in the calculations and get the perfect answer. Now the another part which we have to discuss, what is our opening capital and how we calculate the opening capital. In previous lecture, we emphasized the partners can keep their capital account in two modes. First is in a fixed method and another is called fluctuating capital. Whenever the fixed capital, students, they have a misconception that the fixed capital always remains same, but it's not like that. इसको हमेशा हमको ध्यान रखना है, फिक्स कैपिटल भी चेंज होती है. तो फिक्स कैपिटल जब भी होगा तो उसको ओपनिंग कैपिटल निकालने के लिए क्लोजिंग कैपिटल जो हमको दे रखी होगी एट द कैपिटल विथड्रॉ permanently by the partner, less capital introduced, you will get the opening capital. And in case if partners maintain their capital account on fluctuating basis, here closing capital is always there. Closing capital को हम लेंगे Now here is also the misconception among the student. ये हमेशा बच्चे के सामने प्रॉब्लम होती है और इसको हमको हमेशा देखना है. We have to consider drawings and capital withdrawn permanently, which capital withdrawn by the partner if their share of profit is there. उनका जो profit है उस profit को we have to reduce, deduct, less any additional capital introduced by the partner, and this point is not given in any text. But this point we have to consider in some specific cases. If salary and commission which is given to the partner is considered, it should also be deducted for the purpose of opening capital. Another important point always you have to keep in your mind regarding the, if the rate of interest on capital can be given in two ways, like this, 10% and 10% per annum. So if per annum word is not there, you have to keep in your mind, here we will never ever consider the time factor. We have to give the interest for the full year to the partner. In case if per annum word is there, we have to calculate interest on capital on the basis of time factor should be considered. In next lecture we go ahead how we calculate the specific interest on capital in different situations, and what are the provisions of interest on capital and interest on capital treated as a charge and appropriation. Thank you.